Hey everybody, it's Shannon with another edition of Fun with Books. This week we're talking about fantasy books because we were talking about that on our Get Booked with some teen titles, so I have some kids fantasy titles. My first one is Princess Academy by Shannon Hale. This is the start of a series. Shannon Hale is a favorite of mine. I actually haven't read this one, but it's on my list because I really like all of her books. So this is about a girl named Mary who goes from living in a house in the mountains to learning that the prince is going to choose his princess from a village girl, which means every eligible girl has to attend Princess Academy to prepare for royal life. So lots of competition, not great teachers, and does she actually want to be chosen? But when the academy comes under siege, she has to set aside her feelings and decide if she wants to, and find a way to save her classmates and her village. So, alright, this one is an older title. It's Lloyd Alexander's The Book of Three. This is from the Chronicles of Pendrin. This is book 1. There are 5 books. The 5th book the 5th book won the Newbery. This is a book based off Welsh mythology. The Mabinogion. So Taran is an assistant pig keeper, and he is really thrilled with his job, taking care of the pig Henwyn, who is an oracle pig. Henwyn kind of is able to predict the future a little bit. But someone is coming for her, and she escapes. Taran knows that his the father figure, it's not his father, but his father figure is going to be really unhappy if he realizes that Taran let the pig escape. So he goes after the pig and finds himself so far away from home. And then he realizes that he's on an adventure, the one he's always wanted to be, the one where he could now be the hero. And it's not quite what he imagined. So there's lots of danger, lots of action. There's a really snarky princess, which is really fun. This book has a lot of humor and snark and lots of just great moments. If you like fairy tales, this series, Whatever After by Sarah Mlynowski, is a fractured fairy tales where, I forgot. Abby and her brother Jonah accidentally find a magic mirror in their basement, and they get sucked into the telling of Snow White. This one is called The Fairest of All. And they stop Snow White from eating the poison apple, which is great, except then how is she going to meet the prince? How is she going to have her happily ever after? And Abby and Jonah are kind of stuck trying to figure out how to make this work. This is an ongoing series. They're all really fun. The next one is Upside Down Magic, which is also by Sarah Mlynowski with Lauren Miracle and Emily Jenkins. This is also an ongoing series, and there was a movie made for the Disney Channel. And this is about a girl named Nori, and Nori's dad works at a magical academy, and Nori is being tested to earn her spot. Except Nori's magic isn't like everyone else's magic. Instead of becoming a kitten, she becomes a dritten, which is a dragon kitten. Her magic just does not work the way it's supposed to, and she is declined into the school, which makes her father pretty unhappy with her. So she ends up in Dunwhittle Magic School, and there she is in an upside-down classroom with people who also have kind of wonky magic. And they all kind of become friends and figure out how to control their magic, and they have a really great teacher, and it's a really fun story. Alright, Mary Mancusi. Mary Mancusi does a lot of fantasy. She does a lot of YA and middle grade and kids fantasy, and this one kind of maybe crosses the middle grade kids a little bit. This is a story of a brother and sister and their cousin who are beta testing a video game. And they kind of find themselves trapped in the game, and they're trying to level up, and they're realizing that the level isn't working, and then the cousin is kidnapped by a rogue AI, and they realize, oh, things might not just be virtual, and they have to figure out how to beat the game and survive in real life at the same time. Lots of action, lots of danger. Mary Mancusi is really great with action and danger. And she's also a big Disney fan, so she does some Disney stuff too, which is fun. Alright, The Dragon in the Library. This is about a girl named Kit who doesn't like reading, but her friend drags her to the local library, and she makes an incredible discovery. She is now the youngest wizard in history, and she has to protect the sleeping dragon hidden beneath the library. But it's not as easy as it sounds. Alright, The Familiars. This is also a start of a series. This is Adam J. Epstein and Andrew Jacobson. So, it's a little bit similar at the start to Harry Potter. There is a cat who ducks into... Sorry, the glare is not great here. The cat ducks into the pet store just before a wizard in training comes to collect his magical animal to be his familiar. And of course he picks the cat that just wandered in, who is not magical. But the cat is sort of happy to play along, and Jack thinks that it's perfectly fine. Until it's not. Jack and a couple other wizards are captured by an evil queen, and they are trying to figure out how to escape and how to save everything. And how is he going to do that with a cat who is not magical? Alright, Spark by Sarah Beth Durst. This is about a group of, so in this world, Aloria, Storm Beast and their guardians create this bond. Their guardians are kind of like these dragons. They create this bond, and they can create weather together. So Mina longs for a storm beast. She bonds with a lightning beast, and everyone is sure that it's a mistake. Everyone but herself and the beast. And then they travel to lightning school to be trained, and she really struggles learning how to control lightning. And then she realizes that the idyllic weather that everyone has because of their beasts might not be exactly what they think. And Mina has always been really shy and very quiet, and now she's trying to figure out if she needs to speak up and let her voice be heard. So lots of great dragons and flying and weather-related storms in this book. Sarah Beth Durst writes a lot of middle grade and kids fantasy books, and they're all really, really different, and they're all really good. She also does a lot of adult stuff too, which is fun. Okay, my last one is Tuesdays at the Castle by Jessica Day George. This series is super fun. The Princess Sealy lives in this castle, and every Tuesday the castle builds a new room. And no one knows why the castle is magical or why there's a new room built, and no one has ever kind of figured out how to map the castle, but Sealy is determined to map the castle. So she's kind of in the process of that, and then their king and queen go missing while they're searching for their son. And everyone kind of realizes that things are not good. And the castle realizes that things are not good. And someone arrives to sort of take the place of the king and queen, and the castle is not happy. But they can't really get rid of this person, and the kids are sure that the parents are still alive and they're on their way home. They just have to hold on to everything until that happens. So there's a lot of secrets and secret passages and twists and turns in the castle, and some magic and some secrets and betrayals and lots of good things in this series. Alright, that's it for me this week. We'll see you next time.